We have to say something funny for the cold open, though.
Oh, I was gonna say women, but then I realized that women aren't funny.
I'm not putting that in. You should try again.
Oh, okay. Why is it always? Why are you retard? Not how are you retard?
I think I'm gonna go with the women thing.
Well, with the recent, I don't know. Are we starting the podcast? Okay, let's just. I'll get into it.
Hold on, do the start thing, and then we can bitch about Rogue.
We'll talk about this.
Episode 16.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Start, boy.
16,
Okay,
like the
here we
song.
are.
I like how you sign language it too. Episode 16.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now, dude. I feel like
Can any of you guys actually sign?
No,
I regret not knowing how to.
It's something that it's something that SB and I are definitely on the verge of doing soon because we had it in our minds for a long time.
barely have a grasp on English, so let's
So
not
Pillars of
involve
Autumn
my hands.
podcast, episode 16. It's the 3.
Talking about sign language and Star Wars, nothing else.
And how important it is just to know, different languages,
And how to fly an X-wing
how to fly
and
an
a TIE
X-wing.
interceptor.
Okay, so I'm gonna because I know you guys touched base on it last week. So a lot of the minor problems that I had with the new Star Wars Squadrons game, it got
We're going right
patched.
into it.
Yeah, we're going right into it. It got patched today for console finally, like a week behind PC. So a lot of the problems with locking on and Ryan, sit up.
I'm
Right.
listening.
A lot of the shit going on with like the lock on, like some of the stuff that was actually problematic and not just part of the game, fixed. So the game actually runs very, very smoothly now.
It is like half a game, but like, man, for the half that it is,
Half a game for 80% price.
it's fucking.
It's
so
still
good.
$60.
This is
You
what
know what
I
though?
believe.
You can't trust me though because I said I liked Dark Souls 2 a little bit when I played it the first
But
time.
it
Shut
looked
up.
great. Like,
Exactly.
It is so hard to
I
fuck
like
that
bad
up.
games,
What do you say to anyone who enjoys Star Wars? Do you want to fucking fly a TIE fighter and X-Wing? X-Wing?
You can't
The answer is
sit-
hell yes.
You can't sit in one of those in VR and not be happy, bro. It's not
Obviously, that's the
possible.
thing. How do you fuck that up?
Lucas, are you a sports fan?
There's like a list of things that
I used to be more
make it
than I am
easy.
now.
Dev, are you a sports fan?
depends.
Because I believe to the deepest pits of my heart that there is no difference between a Leafs fan and a Star Wars fan.
Oh, well,
You're
where you
both
just pump out garbage and you'll buy it anyways?
Mind-controlled idiots who will buy anything with the name on it.
No, but for me, it is like I love my flight combat.
You're
games.
a flight guy.
No,
I get
I-
that. It's
I'm
less
a
about
flight
Star
guy,
Wars.
right?
I skipped
And
Battlefront
I like
1 and 2.
like the whole idea of flying, especially a TIE fighter, because we've all had like there's been certain Star Wars games where like I had one for the GameCube that you could
That's the
fly
last
around
Star
shit.
Wars I bought. The last Star Wars
Rogue
game I bought
Squadron.
was Rogue Squadron on the
Yeah,
GameCube.
yeah.
That is
so
the last time I paid
was
Star
the
Wars.
last one I had, and that's all third person and shit. But get
So
in the
good.
cockpit of an X-wing or even like a TIE fighter, not even TIE fighter. You got TIE bombers, you got TIE. It's great. It's still EA fucking took a big fat duke on it.
No,
How?
EA just did their thing. This is what EA does. They get a license to something, they make a mediocre game, and then charge full price for it.
But at least like something like Battlefront 2 was a full game.
No,
Right?
it wasn't. It released with half the maps they said they were going to,
yeah,
and everything was
no,
locked behind
they're-
paywalls.
Their whole I forgot about the launch.
Which
Yeah.
is why they tried to be so
Oh,
honest with Fallen
shit.
Order and Squadrons. Like, to be honest, if you watch the coming up on Squadrons, it's exactly what they said it was going to be. They're lying. They said it was going to have a rough. They said it was the story mode was thrown in last, but originally it was only going to be a 5v5 Squadron game where you could either have dogfights or fleet battles, and that was it.
EA
We didn't even
died
know
to
about the
me.
practice
No,
mode there
but-
is and stuff. So,
EA died to me the day.
but
they
originally it
pulled
was
the
supposed to be
plug on Dead Space.
$40. So, yeah.
But so Lucas,
Done.
that's my thing though about EA, right? Where this is why they fucking suck in the industry. They look at an idea. Now, someone who, let's say CD Projekt Red, look at something, right? Take the concept, Star Wars flight combat, right? you can do so much with just that idea to make that a killer game.
Yeah, I
And then
agree.
EA took that list, crumpled it up, threw it away, and
man,
did
they didn't have faith
exactly
in
what
it.
they normally did.
They did not have faith in it at all, but I feel like if it
But
had
how do you not? That's a
maybe
recipe for success. That's my problem with this. So
they're
give it to
scared, man.
someone
They
who
fucked up
fucking
so much.
cares.
They couldn't fuck up something else again, but they kind of
So put effort in. If
Yeah.
you're actually scared and you don't want to fuck up, put effort in. Don't spend 11 months making 3 game types of 5v5.
And don't get me wrong, I completely agree
then
with you guys. I just love it a lot, so it's hard for me to trash talk it,
fucking
but I agree.
tutorial. That's all the campaign is. It's just a 16 episode tutorial. I learned things on the last mission of the tutorial that I was already doing the whole game.
Yeah.
In today's headlines, EAs.
Yeah.
You've literally just spent 12 minutes bitching about something everyone in the universe knows.
But look at it this way. Okay, still EA though. I'm not too sure if you guys care too much about like Need for Speed and all that. For years, EA owned the rights to the Porsche name. No one else can have Porsche.
I do remember that. Yeah.
That's why if you look at Forza, it was always Roof, which was a real company that made Porsches. But they couldn't, and they just didn't use Porsche in any of the games. So Porsche went fucking stop, or we're gonna ban you from our rights. And EA went, fuck you. We're not selling you back your own name. So Porsche won it back and then let everyone else use it for fucking free. But that's what I'm talking. But with Star Wars though, they keep fucking shitting on Star Wars. At what point does Disney or LucasArts go, fuck you? Give it to someone who cares.
Never, because Disney and LucasArts is dead. It's Disney now.
Yeah.
Disney only cares about this. You guys bought it. You did Disney's job.
And that just upsets me.
Sorry, guys. You are the consumers that EA play. Like, you are the people they love. They put a Star Wars name on it. You buy it. Then you complain about it. But they'll put something else out
because it looked great.
That's what they do. EA's a marketing guru. Anthem looked fucking amazing before that came out. And then what was the dog shit that we got?
No, at this point, I'm pretty sure, because I've basically sworn off EA completely until I saw Star Wars Squadron.
Yeah, no, they're marketing geniuses. That's what they do.
I'm done with them, man.
Unless they bring back Dead Space.
I feel so cheated.
That Squadrons is incredible if you have a VR headset.
And so that's one of the things. It's where the game itself, as a game, as a functioning game, is okay.
Yeah, EA.
It's okay, but as an experience, if you're gonna fly a TIE fighter, do it right. Get a flight stick, get a VR headset, be in the TIE fighter.
It is
as a video game, even if it's just mouse and keyboard, right? As a video game to just sit down and play it, it's okay.
Yeah. Even if I had my HOTAS, like I had the HOTAS hooked up to my computer and I was just playing on the screen, trash. I really didn't like it. You fucking put that headset on, I swear to fuck it is.
Because now you're in the X-Wing. Now you're in the Y-Wing.
I like the HUD, but like, man, like you can't like, I want to see like around that HUD sometimes if you're like aiming down, and like I can literally just lean forward and peek around the bars on the HUD and shit and see what I'm looking at.
Yeah. And that's another thing where in Ace Combat, right? Because your whole flight is set to one stick. With the right stick, I can move my sight around the cockpit. So even if I'm in a turn, I can look up at my target as I'm turning into it, right? On controller with Squadrons, because flight is connected to both sticks, I have to double click the right stick in order to free look around. And when you do that, it stops you from being able to use any other control. So you can only fly straight while trying to look around. So that it's useless. If I'm trying to look for the guy who's shooting at me from behind, the last thing I want to do is fly in a straight fucking line with no control over my shit.
What could have been a good mechanic is if you click the stick and then all of a sudden the left stick, you keep the same speed, but you can still steer with the right stick. And then the left stick you could look around with. You click the right stick, it goes back. Why didn't they do that?
With the right stick is yaw and yaw and pitch. And the left stick is just rolling. Yeah. So because you look around with the right stick, the only control you could do is roll in a straight line.
Sorry, it's been a long time since I played with the controller. I forgot about that.
No, it's such like as a game. Like I said, is.
Yeah, I think I honestly
review. How many
Squadrons
One thing I will
was the VR
1000% agree.
experience that was supposed to be in Battlefront 2, but they were like, no, VR is not ready, blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, okay, but now VR doesn't have a big enough crowd than we thought it was going to, so they fucking half shit the fucking 2D version into it. And released it the way it was. And I think it was truly meant to be a VR support game. And it should have been if the community was there.
That would have
if they released it VR, that would have pushed people to go out and buy one.
Because it launched on PS4 with full PS
PlayStation.
what was it, PSVR?
With the new Oculus Quest 2.
Listen, Lucas, if Half-Life Alyx couldn't push people to go buy a VR, I don't think a Star Wars game is going to push people to buy a VR.
The Index fucking sold out a lot.
But the Index did, but nothing else did. Like no one who wasn't going to get it.
But Lucas is definitely he's right in that aspect because the game launched with full PSVR capabilities as well. Like they thought about that. They knew that this was going to be a VR game.
No one went out and bought a PSVR because of Star Wars.
No, but people already had one. But the idea is that the game was made with PSVR in mind. Even the people who are playing on the PlayStation will straight up say the game's kind of unless you have PSVR. Xbox doesn't have shit for that, which I mean, I would buy it. I don't even have a Kinect. So
this may suck to say, but I think VR has officially reached its saturation point. Everyone who's going to buy one at this point has already done so, and everyone who hasn't won't.
I feel like there has to be. I feel like there has to be an actual reason.
We've had those reasons. We've had Half-Life, Alyx. We've had Beat
good
Saber.
games. But look at if you go on the top YouTubers who are playing VR, right? If you go on Josh Dubs or the Misfit Boys, right? What are they playing? They're playing Pavlov. They're playing
VR chat.
Boneworks
VR. See, that's what I'm talking about. And most of these, especially a lot of things I've been seeing people play, they're mods. They're not even actual games. Unless you have Half-Life Alyx. My thing is, I don't feel like VR has reached its peak saturation is because there's not really a need for it, right?
And I don't think there will be. I think we've hit the point where we've figured it out. And that's it. We're done. This is the amount of VR players out there. Is there any, Dev, is there anything?
I'm not saying you're wrong.
As a consumer,
trying to give this thought because I'm trying to think of what games do I like, and because the only way I can see VR take it off more than it is if kind of like Star Wars, right? If you have games that are like the same game that can be played in VR and not, because right now we have VR games and not VR games.
There's not. Dev, hold on. Really, I have two questions for you.
Sure of that.
Two questions. First one, as someone who does not own a PC, does not own VR. Is there anything that you could come up with, your perfect game, that would get you to go out and buy that right now?
That's a good question.
Because he's a demographic I'm looking at. Someone who doesn't own a PC, doesn't own VR.
And so that's kind of my argument is that right now there's no games that provide that experience that make me go
Ace Combat VR.
I'm gonna Ace Combat VR would be cool. I would love that.
Not enough.
But not enough.
Because and here's the second point.
Now, if Xbox had it, because that's another thing I was thinking about, because Xbox isn't really going to be a console; they're going to be a gaming experience kind of thing, right? And do you think that even with the new Xbox generation coming out, or the new generation in general, but the new Xbox generation, do you see Microsoft leaning?
No, what
in
I
that
see
direction?
is Microsoft.
Because that would be cool if not even Microsoft releasing the Xbox VR, but the Xbox with like the index compatible
either
Oculus
or the Index. That they're not going to make their own.
No. That's what's gonna. I'm not saying that they're going to make their own, but do you think that they're going to treat it like a mini PC where you could, if you have an Oculus, you could just set it up with your Xbox?
100%.
And games that so to answer that question, if let's say the Xbox Series X was VR compatible and Ace Combat 8 came out at some point, maybe.
But virtual VR is a pretty close second.
If I wanted to get into VR, I also have to buy a PC. So that's where VR kind of loses me. That I need to buy the home station.
So the second point I wanted to make was Sure, it's going to be a hurdle to get people who don't have VR to buy it. But we've already tried the ultimate, or not us, but like the system has already tried the ultimate technique to get people to buy VR, and it failed.
What was that?
Because if you're looking for, if Ace Combat comes out, it'll be in regular and not.
Yeah.
The only way to really push VR is for developers to fucking suck it up and release AAA VR only titles, which
that makes me think the exact opposite. I feel like if games are both VR and not, it creates, let's say a game is VR only, right? Mm-hmm. Me, as someone who doesn't have a VR, will go, I'm not going to buy that. But we got Star Wars Squadron, perfect example. But perfect examples that Star Wars Squadron is both. And I can play it on a controller and go, wow, I would really love this more. If
that's what we're saying, Dev's got it.
That's how it starts, but it's not going to push people
regularly. But
it would push me, because before that, I wouldn't have bought VR. But let's say VR was accessible for the Xbox, I would totally do it. Just the
path of least resistance. People are only going to jump into something that they are unsure about if they have no other option. If you can play it without VR, it's only a half.
But there's always an option. Like for me, the option is not to fucking buy it.
No, and that's exactly it. That's the option that has to be presented in front of consumers. Is listen, you either take the jump into this technology or you miss out. That's how you drive sales. If we keep half-assing it with like, oh yeah, it's got VR support, we have VR ideas, you can do it. You're still going to play it on your screen 90% of the time.
And I feel like that's the one thing that you got to do, is because like the whole VR community is left up to the community, people making mods and all that. I think a really sick VR game, and because my thing with VR games, especially first person, I hate the whole teleporting. I hate how the actual movement feels like shit. But
I can only do teleporting for the record.
Lame.
I hate to tell
shit.
I am a VR veteran.
Yeah, I know.
I can do anything.
If I could have like a first person game, like let's say like Metro, something like Metro, or very post apocalyptic, where it's like quiet and you're surviving
into the radius.
That exists.
Into the radius.
I don't even know what that is, but yeah, like very like first person post apocalyptic. You could go zombie, you could go nuclear apocalyptic, but let's even think like World War, like DayZ, but like really good graphics. Now I'm not talking about like because even shit like CS:GO and Pavlov kind of stuff like looked like shit.
It's still getting there.
Take like Metro Exodus, but in VR.
What we really need.
That's what I'm talking about. But it's got to feel good though, because there's something about VR that is inherently fucking goofy.
Of course, it's movement without moving. What we really need is Rockstar to fucking nut up, and GTA 6 is VR only. Then guaranteed VR would be fucking everywhere.
That would be it. That would literally be it.
GTA 6 VR only.
If you're thinking about the person that's going to bring that to the forefront, it would be Rockstar. Because GTA 5. Because GTA 5 is still
mod support for VR.
Is the highest grossing form of entertainment over music, film, and video game. Fucking GTA
Rockstar supports the GTA 5 VR mod, guys.
This 7-year-old game is once again coming out on the Series X and the PS5
at full price.
At full fucking price. GTA 6 VR
Look, fucking
only.
Nintendo can do it. So can Rockstar.
Yeah, GTA 6 VR only. Get on it.
I'm totally grabbing this Pikmin Deluxe Edition on the 30th. You know
what? If GTA was VR only and the Xbox ends up being VR compatible, I'd go down that route.
Everyone would. That's what we need. We need one dev to fucking nut up. Look, no, but
this makes sense. On the Xbox 360, GTA comes out. And it's third person only, but it comes out in the Xbox One. It's first person compatible, right? GTA 6
VR only.
What if GTA 5 on the next console is VR compatible?
No, it'll be 6. It has to be the next big push, right? Like you have to put something out that people need.
But what if they tease it? It comes out on the next gen, and GTA 5 is compatible, but GTA 6 is only.
Fuck it. I need one developer to just nut the fuck up and say, we're doing this. We're only doing this in VR. Please join. Like, please take the next step forward so that the rest of the industry can follow.
If GTA went full VR like that, I would literally just have my keyboard and mouse here, my flight stick here and my steering wheel and pedals here. And if I was driving a car, I would roll
You
over
can just
grab the
switch
wheel,
it out.
Yep.
fly a car, or
if
fly a car.
Rockstar did it. Rockstar is the kind of company that they would be able the ones that trailblazed it. If THQ Nordic was like, oh, we're gonna make a game that's VR only, everyone would be like,
Darksiders 4 VR only. Like, fuck
Team
you.
Fortress VR.
Nah, it's a dead game.
I know it is. I was just trying to think of other Valve
It's really
titles.
not. But yeah, no. If fucking
Dead
Half-Life
Space
3
anyway,
comes out in
maybe,
VR, it'll do something, but it's not going to be the push that fucking
No.
GTA 6 VR
Yeah,
only. Rockstar, if you ever end up watching this,
right?
I will accept a position in your marketing department. Just saying.
And
well, I
will
mean,
help
they
them.
basically halted the whole GTA at most things because of half the writing crew left.
Oh yeah, life is as fucked up as they could ever write. So
Well, wasn't Rockstar saying that like a new GTA wouldn't be happening given how testy the
No,
political climate
because-
has been?
nothing they could write as a story would be crazier than what the fuck's going on right
What's
now.
actually happening?
Yeah, no,
It's
there's no
funny.
way you could parody life at this point because it literally seems like a broken simulation.
No, life is fucked right now.
Yo, life right now is GTA 6. This is it.
This is VR.
That's how they did it.
This is the marketing.
full reality,
We're,
not virtual
we're in
reality.
the game right now. This is it.
Rockstar has the power to elect Trump.
It's
That's
in the
what
water.
happened.
It all went in and replaced our brain cells, and we're just fucking asleep living in the fucking simulation.
We're just in a bunch of VR pods demoing the new GTA 6 beta.
This is the ultimate, like,
Trump
combination
getting
of
elected
Elon
was just
Musk
what
and
was a
Rockstar.
bug. Was a bug in the game in the beta.
Before
We're saying-
GTA 5 online was fixed, that was when it all went under, because then we made them think, they made us think that it was fixed, and then it got really good and amazing, and ever since then we've been under. And now that's GTA 6.
We're gonna, oh wait, hold on! I just got a text from the FBI. We need to shut the fuck up.
All right, okay, enough nerd talk, guys.
I was
How
about
was
to
your
say, you guys have
Thanksgiving?
wasted
Let's get off
half the
video game
podcast
talk now. I'm
talking about
sorry.
fucking Star
Long
Wars
term,
flight sim.
Squadrons great if you have a VR. If not, think about it and check it out before you grab it. Okay, how was Thanksgiving?
I want my half an hour back.
It was okay.
Too bad.
I want my
I'll
half
tell you
an
what, if you play some Squadrons, I'll give you tons of
No, no, no. It's the opposite.
Not a good game.
Dev, why are you feeling like shit now that everyone
Oh,
has left and
okay.
no longer this story?
All right.
Right?
So I know we tease Nick about how many times I've made him very ill with substances. And I fortunately have a very, very high tolerance. No. This is
Okay.
what I did to me. No, because I want to say we give Nick a lot of shit, but I'm not invincible myself. We all bleed. But I have a very high tolerance to alcohol, THC. But
You've earned it over the years. Yeah.
my brother
Oh, no.
is
Oh, no.
a dabs and hash only kind of guy. So for Thanksgiving, he gave me a whole jug of little jug of weed, and he made me some brownies. Now he made a first batch for me. He went, no, I didn't like these, so I doubled up the batch. He was like, take one brownie, give it a few hours, see how you feel. Right. So I got home and I ate one brownie, and a couple hours go by and I'm starting to feel it. My body's getting relaxed and I'm getting a little tingly and a little relaxed. And so I sit down, I'm watching some Oni plays, and an hour and a half go by and I'm getting a little too relaxed. 3 hours go by and I'm getting motion sick, like everything's spinning and like my heart's beating really fast, and like my body's starting to cramp up. And it's almost at 4 hours, and Amanda comes out to sit down with me, and she's like, "You don't look too good." I'm like, "I'm greening out, man. I'm gonna go throw up. I'm gonna go throw up right now." And then right after I said that, my brain was like, "You said it. It's a reality. Time to go to the bathroom." So got rid of my dinner, and then proceeded to have like a 45-minute to an hour-long panic attack on the fucking on the bathroom floor. I had to open up the door. I'm like, Amanda, can you come sit on the floor with me? Like, and I couldn't, like, because my body was so numb. I did not have the energy to get up and go to bed. So I just had to sit there and wait. Like, it got to the point where, and like, I'm not a naturally anxious person by any means. But yeah, it just got to the point where I couldn't breathe. My heart hurt. Like I can smell things I don't normally smell. I'm like, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. I'm going to die.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here. My brother's like, oh, just take one and see how you feel. I eat this shit all the time. I'll eat one before work. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I almost fucking died.
See, this is why I don't let people give me shit about THC.
All day. Because I've had bad experiences. Like, I've had really bad highs before. But nothing nearly that bad. And I just woke up.
Like your,
I woke up. So after my little fucking panic attack, so it lasted about, it was like a 5-hour high from consumption to coming down. Like the first bite to coming down was about 5 hours apart. But I woke up this morning and I still all day just felt like shit. I woke up high still a little bit, like my body, the body numbness,
so
and
your body poops
my brain waving. So if anything, it took about like 12 hours to fucking. So just all today, my dopamine, serotonin levels are just at 0.
It's always rough too when you have a high tolerance too, just really quick, because like, you know, if you have a low tolerance or whatever and you like get affected by it, it's like, here's your bottle of how much you can take, right? You feel it all the way up if you have a low tolerance. You feel it and you feel getting, okay, I'm getting rough. But if you have a high tolerance like you do, it's like, it's going up, but I always feel like I'm here because it's just like how I feel. And then all of a sudden it goes to the top.
That was the thing. And that's why I felt like it's fine. Because usually for me, for edibles that kick in the peak, right?
Yeah.
It's about 2 hours for me. So at 2 hours, that's how long it took for me to get at that. All right, I'm content. I like this feeling. But they kept going. But it just kept going and kept going. So I'm sitting on the couch and like, most I could do is just like, I can just move. Like, I'm just like rubbing my legs. I'm just like, I'm gonna go die.
Now, for the record, this is me.
Bad.
That exact experience is me with one bowl of anything higher than 50% THC. That's
so
legitimately what happens to me.
And
with
that's the
any
thing.
I
can smoke back joint after joint, and I can bowl after bowl, and I could be like, yeah, man, I'm good. That brownie fucking ruined me, and there's still fucking like 5 more in there.
I'm never taking brownies from you, just as a heads up.
Not from my brother.
Just that whole family. That whole family is just your brownies are off limit. I'll have the parm. I'm not having dessert.
No, man, that brownie's not even a fucking joke. Like, who does that?
You want to talk about panic attacks? I learned this week that I don't like to get choked sexually. Learned that one this week. Learned that one this week.
Hey, you gotta learn it one way or another.
Yeah, exactly. I figured it was a learning experience at the very worst. But yeah, just fooling around and then going, just kind of get that's a thing very lightly. And then, you know, I'm assuming both of you gentlemen have been choked at some point. Sexually.
Yes, but I'm a bit too much of a dom. So like they try to choke me, I'm like, fuck you. I'll choke them back.
You know that lightheadedness you get when they go in, and it's like, oh, and you slowly like kind of like. It's that same lightheadedness as going upside down on a roller coaster. Which
wait,
I also can't
how were you being choked? Was it the windpipe or was the arteries?
No, it was the good way. It was like the veins in the. It was the proper way,
yeah,
which is why I was not super freaked out. But yeah, you get that lightheaded feeling. And it's the same feeling I get when I go upside down on a roller coaster, and immediately my body was just like, "You're gonna die."
Yeah, okay.
So I
don't have problems with roller coasters, so
I'm sitting there like, "Okay, stop," and then just like fucking head rush, blood comes back, panic attack, and then just like, I don't think that's for me. I don't think that's my thing.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go outside and take a little walk.
There's one way to there are things where it's like, you know, you're not into it, right? Like poo and pee. I don't need someone to piss on me for me to figure out if I'm not into it. Hey man, I'm not bashing anyone else who doesn't like it, who likes it, but for me, I know. Other than that, I'm down for trying. I've learned I don't like things in or around my butt.
Oh, you just haven't lived yet. Come on.
Well, I've had things in my butt.
You have not
It's like,
experienced the
that's
Mr.
why-
Lister Sister Fister until you have gotten things up your butt.
That's why I know the butt is not for me. But if it's for you, go ahead. No,
It's got to be about this thick around, and if it doesn't go up all the way, it's not worth it.
choking's fine, but it's just one of those things where, for me, it's just that like I don't get choked. I choke you. Shut up.
Yeah, no, mine was literally like my brain will tell me I'm about to die. This isn't a sexy
and
thing
then
anymore.
so once you know it's not
Push
for
it
you,
to the limit.
My first thought was like, oh shit, I'm gonna end up like David Carradine, and yeah, that. Thing. Yeah.
One thing I can say that out of trying it and I realized it wasn't for me is talking or any sort of like, no.
Listen, bitch, shut the fuck up and suck it.
Like,
Devin, 2020.
No, like when they're all like, "Oh, you like that?" I'm just like, "Yeah." I mean, I'm still doing it, aren't I? Like, don't ask me a question or like say my name. It's like fucking no. I know who you are. You should know who you are. Like,
do you giggle?
No, when you say my name, you say my name.
Do you giggle
like
when that shit comes up?
ruins it. So that's why I'm like, don't talk to me. Make moaning sounds or whatever, but don't or say things. Say something like, "Oh yeah, right there," but don't ask me a question. Say rhetorical shit. Say things that doesn't demand a response. Neutral.
I can't even do statements. I start giggling like a fucking schoolgirl. Like, oh my god, fuck yes. And I'm just like,
I need.
Is that good?
I need some sort of auditory feedback. Whether or not, like, I need to know if what I'm doing is working. You know,
no, my first thought is like,
I need to hear the real time feedback. If I'm not hearing
demand recognition, like for fucking
or like the oh fuck yes or the right there, then I'm unsure. I'm
my brain
unsure if I'm
literally
performing.
goes to, oh, so you're gonna leave a 5-star Yelp review then? That's where I go to. It's like, okay, cool. TripAdvisor. This dick.
Don't say anything that requires a response from me, because the response is always going to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you like that? Uh-huh.
You got it, champ. Oh my god.
I know that's my thing. Just
this is the nastiest fucking thing.
Don't talk to me.
You're already doing enough work. You don't need a fucking quiz in the middle of it.
Pop quiz.
It's like one of those things where it's like, what if you like said something that demanded a response and I respond, but like my voice cracks halfway through or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to risk that. Just
yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, you like that? Yeah, baby, I love it. Wow, like dick soft at that point. Get off me. I don't
Going back to those days of puberty where you're fucking your pillow. Yeah.
Nah, I never.
No one actually. I can't say no one, but I don't think anyone in reality is actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it's one of those things that you always hear. You always hear about. You always hear about that one kid who's like, "I fucked the banana peel," or I put fucking vegetable oil in a bag and put that little sandwich bag in between my couch cushions and fuck the couch.
That's a little specific.
And so, because these are actual stories that I've heard.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting here like, I've used the hand and it has always done me well. Like, I don't, why? Oh, if you put a fucking banana peel in the microwave for 15 seconds and jack off, that is too much work. Like,
we've been over this. You are the lazy fuck. Yeah.
It's all the, I'm sure you guys went to middle school. In St. Catharines, we don't have middle schools. We just have elementary and high schools. But
I went to middle school.
When you're in that like grade 7, grade 8 kind of thing, and
there's
all the guys
are
talking about these masturbatory stories and different masturbation techniques. Like, I remember in grade 8, I found out about the midnight stranger, or whatever you want to call it, where you lay on your left arm until it gets numb, and then.
Yeah, it's because every kid in your age learned that from Family Guy.
Probably.
I had to figure that shit out on my own.
But it's fucking shit like that where I'm like, all right, let's do this. And I lay on my arm until it gets numb. And I was like, what am I doing? This is way too much fucking work. All right. My right arm works better, and it works better when I can fucking feel it. Like, why am I going to go and fucking cut a half hole into a grapefruit? And then, like, why? Even fleshlights. I got to go and buy a thing.
Oh, they've delivered since the beginning.
Yeah, but then I jack off with it, and where it's the ones that like you don't have the exposed top, so I gotta come in it, and then I gotta clean it. I don't have to clean that up. I gotta clean. I'm gonna clean myself up. And I don't even come on myself anymore. I jack off into my hands and then I wipe it off my hands.
As someone who really sells these things for a living, it is not that hard to clean a stroker.
Of course it's not. It's just the minimal effort Dev needs. This
you
is why you don't have VR. Minimal effort.
And you spray it, you rub it down, you turn it back inside, and you leave it on the paper towel for 10 minutes, and you put it back in your fucking drawer.
You know what I do? A night into my hand, and I got a specified jizz rag that I just wipe off my hands, and then I go wash my hands, and then I'm done.
So get a shaft stroker where it's just smaller and it goes over top, and then it's just like in the middle.
Lucas, stop trying to sell on the podcast, please.
Sorry.
No, I'm not buying a fucking pocket pussy unless.
Have you considered the shaft stroker? Unless it's 6 inches in length with the top open.
I will only buy a pocket pussy if it holds my change, and I make people really awkward when I go to stores.
It's already been done. Sorry.
I know that video is legendary.
Oh my god. I've been trying to buy more background dildos, which are out of focus because of camera lens. I've been trying so fucking hard to get the tentacle, and they are sold out everywhere.
Well, like the Bad Dragon stuff?
Yeah, the big fucking like foot tall purple green Day of the Tentacle. And I want it so fucking. It's $150. I am willing to drop that cash. Yeah. I need it on that.
Right Mr. There. Oh, I'm selling off my computers and all my recording gear because I need the money. And then you're gonna go spend $150 on adult fucking toys that you're not even gonna use.
Wouldn't you?
Viewers,
how do you know he's not gonna use them?
Viewers of this podcast.
I actually don't.
Viewers of this podcast, I have a story to tell you about
all
Dev.
3 of you.
Anyone who is still here after that bullshit 15 minutes of Rogue
Which
Squadron,
is none of them, because I see the YouTube analytics. Everyone gets 3 minutes in and stops.
Yeah, well, at least we have the views. So
I watches the whole thing.
Offered this beautiful man here.
Right, I'm over here.
On my screen, you're over here. Shut up.
No, but on
this
the
is about you.
Screen.
Shut up. This beautiful man on this direction to me currently. I offered him a fucking kitted out gaming PC, i7 2070 Super, for the price of an Xbox Series X.
I'm not buying an Xbox Series X. It's already been bought for me.
This motherfucker
can't afford it.
The offer and said, "No, I am too good for that."
Because it's out of my budget. I
sell the Series X.
So I've got the budget. And
sell the Series X. Get a real gaming console.
No.
I
might just buy a second one.
You're a little bitch.
It's not in my fucking budget right now. I've budgeted for the rest of my tattoo and a cello, which I'm picking up tomorrow.
Well, why don't? How about this? How about this? You budget what you could afford to pay for it, and we'll see.
I offer $250 when I can't afford for it. Obviously, it's not enough. If I can't afford it, I don't get to have it. That's how it goes.
You have credit cards. Fuck off.
Do you have a fucking?
Yeah, I have a Square reader. I will take a credit card.
No, because the credit card's what I pay for my tattoo on. I got $400 out of my bank.
I got a Square reader. Come on, let's do this. Homeless people have Square readers now. Legitimately, a dude downtown Toronto asked if I had any change. I said no, and then he pulled out his fucking phone with a Square reader. It's like, I do debit.
Yeah, it's because they're not actually homeless people. You know it's a job, right?
I know it's a job. I know that there's people who fucking scalp for money, but still, it just blew my mind. This dude is just like, "Do you have any change?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm really sorry." Pulls out his fucking like iPhone 5 with a Square reader under it and goes, "Well, I also do debit."
No,
what the fuck do you say to that?
They're kind of like how when I was doing door to door, there's actual offices that do professional begging. It's fucked.
Jesus Christ.
But no, I can't, because the cello is definitely something I want. I've always wanted to play the cello, and I regret not doing it in high school when I had a chance to do it for free. I'm buying a cello.
Shake your head with
right?
it.
And I got to finish my fucking tattoo. I can't afford all of it. And I'm not buying a PC just to play Left 4 Dead once a year with you guys.
That has been the 16th episode of the Pillars of Autumn podcast. I'm done.
You'll fucking eat my ass.
You can do that in VR on a PC.
I gotta go and fucking buy a VR too then. What are you fucking talking about? Everything about a PC is a fucking money hungry fucking bullshit, man. At least I buy a console once every fucking 7 years.
Can I say something? Why'd you buy an Xbox in the first
place? No, I'm
going
to fucking buy a PC, and then next year the graphics card and all the other bullshit's going to be out of date. Now you got to spend another $750 on a fucking little fucking thing that's going to go out of date the next year anyways.
I guarantee you 5 years out of this machine. Guarantee.
Okay, why did you bought an Xbox in the first place because the majority of your friends played Xbox and you wanted to play with them, right?
No, I wanted to buy an Xbox because I wanted to buy an Xbox.
But I remember you saying that because all your friends had Xbox because that's why you got
the Xbox One because I bought the Xbox One.
You already had an Xbox One. No, I bought an Xbox One because my brother and I split one, and then he sold it without even consulting me. That was our Xbox. So I had to buy an Xbox One again anyways. The only thing that inspired me to do it at the time that I did, because I was already saving up for it, was Ryan took me to the Evolve launch party thing as a +1. And I went, wow, that game seemed really, really cool. Might as well buy Evolve with the Xbox One. I was already buying the Xbox One, but at that point I went, you know what? I'm going to buy it because this game seems really cool. There's already other games I wanted to play anyways. There's already games I already had. So I was like, fuck, this Evolve game seems really cool. Might as well get at that exact point.
Is there a way that we can like get him PC experience and be like the first one's free, get him hooked, and then he has to come to it?
The best way to take out of this is that the best thing to take out of this is that we all just really want to play games with you in that space, and we're trying to do everything we can to make it as affordable and as easy for you as possible because we want to be
plebeian.
But it's also like everyone has.
But there's some crossplay games, so we're making do with what we got.
Shut up.
There are some cross, but at the end of the day, though, right, where I think of use, right, because I use my Xbox for more than just gaming. Right, it's in the living room, right? So it's like it's the home.
Don't you want your own sanction though, where you can go to game and just be like, mwah.
No, hold on, I can work with this one. You want a media center, is what you want.
No, not really, because I'm not gonna put the PC. If I bought a PC, I'm not gonna put a PC out there. It would be in here.
Yeah,
why not? Fucking why?
No,
why not? Get a nice wireless keyboard. You fucking game on your couch. You can game with controllers on most things.
No,
gross.
Setting up a fucking PC in my
I've
living
done
room?
it. I don't like it.
I've got the media PC. Fuck it. It's great.
No.
Not to play games on.
It's just fucking load up Rocket League. Play it. It's great.
I can load up Rocket League!
Yeah, but at 30 frames a second, and it feels like shit.
For fucking Rocket League's the best thing you could come up with? I have Rocket League for free!
Among Us on the big screen.
I'm just
then him and Amanda can cheat again. No.
We weren't cheating.
You were cheating. I'm never gonna believe you weren't cheating.
You guys were, and it's funny because me and SP were sitting right next to each other the first time she won, okay? The first time I suspected something after I died, but the second time, she literally lied the whole time and I had no idea it was her. And then at the end, she just fucking decapitated me. Dude, I almost walked out of the room. I felt so betrayed.
Wait,
that's how you play Among Us.
No, the game that you guys got so fucking mad at me for, there was one person, I think it was actually SB, that I'm running down a hallway and just fucking juked her as I was moving. And then it might have been a man. No, it was Jay. Jay was like, oh, I saw the person kill, but they just kind of went off screen as they did it. And I'm just like, I don't know, buddy. I didn't see anything. It was fucking me. Oh my god.
No, I know it was you. Amanda was covering for you. I'm calling bullshit.
No. Because I convinced her to vote out someone else. And then I won, and she was fucking mad at me because
Oh, the best one was when I was the imposter and me and Dev, we all split up and I was the Dev and we were walking to security and we went to walk into security and I just fucking killed him and then walked the other way and then went to
and then you came I went to
walk away and his girlfriend and then I was like, oh guys, I haven't heard from Dev in a while. Let's go check on him. Meanwhile, he can hear me saying this. He's like, you fucking ass. And I just
you murdered me and then you walk back and reported the body. Like, oh no, I found him dead in engines. I'm like, this fucking guy has the fucking nerve to stab me, leave the room, come back and go, oh, a body.
The greatest
Who could have done it?
Mario Kart has been usurped as the great friendship ender.
The classic one is when you pretend you're a noob and you're just like, how do I vent like blue?
Oh my god. No one would have fallen for that. No one falls for that.
Some
shit
did at
anymore.
first, but not anymore. It's become a meme now,
we're
so now you
way
can't.
past that point. We've hit
What
the
a
hour.
fucking sporadic podcast.
Yeah, I'm. It's not even gonna be an hour because I'm cutting out the first 14 minutes.
No.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna do that whole fast forward thing where like they're literally talking about Star Wars for 14 minutes, and I want someone to actually make it to the end.
No, people get 3 minutes in. No one watches it.
Okay, so I'll just cut it in at the fucking sex talk.
Just put different like stupid things up on the screen to me.
Pillars of Autumn.
Talking about nonsense.
Go listen to our fucking music.
No, I need more energy out of you for this one.
Oh God, fucking.
Come on, Stony McGee, give me one outro.
I'm not even stoned anymore. I'm just miserable.
on, Serotonin
Okay.
McGee.
Where can you find your music?
We're a deathcore band. We're on Spotify, iTunes, fucking all this shit. We're on Facebook and Instagram at the bottom. And we have merch and CDs on pillarsofautumnofficial.bigcartel.com. And we have a split EP coming out. Our single comes out October 30th. And the split EP comes out in November at some point in time with Band Beguiler.
I just watched a redo of the Mummy movie, but Imhotep was less interesting.
Boys, I feel like fucking garbage. I almost didn't want to do the episode today.
I'm glad you did. You're the content. Aside the first 14 minutes that no one's going to see.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, do you guys want to hear what happened to my dick last week?
Fuck it. No
To
one's
be
going to get to this
continued.
point anyway. Do it.
No,
To
not.
be
I was laughing at Nick saying that's what I'm going to talk about this week.
Well, you did because I'm leaving this in. Bye.
Bye. Like I'm not noticing any frame drops. I'm not noticing any weird issues like the lock on. It feels so good to be able to hit the next target button. My screen doesn't just pop up saying no target available when I'm staring at a player. So like it actually works now, which feels great.
Good.
So for Lucas doesn't experience this with you guys won't experience this with PC, and I've never had a problem with it before. And I will ask about the flight stick because this brings up a concern. So with my hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours in Ace Combat, my thing is now I'm going from why don't I like this game and why is it that I like this game, right? And one of the big things was the controls. So the cool thing for Star Wars Squadron is that you can choose from like a preset of like 3 or 4 different control schemes or completely map your controller by yourself. So I mapped my controller as close as I could to like Ace Combat flight style, and like the controls on Ace Combat that's comfortable. Because the thing with that is that in Star Wars you fly with both the sticks, which I hate. I hate rolling and then yaw with one stick and then pitch with another, and then I have to like roll and pitch while trying to use the trigger to shoot. So ergonomics is out of the fucking window when it comes to Star Wars Squadron. But with Ace Combat, it's just one stick. Roll and pitch is on the same stick. Yeah. What I noticed with Star Wars Squadron is that the rolling and the pitch are two different things. So if you put roll and pitch on the one stick like Ace Combat, you can only pitch and then roll. You can't pitch and roll at the same time. Now,
controller is all right for it, but a flight stick is the way to go.
That's what I'm saying. Is that but what I don't like about the Star Wars Squadron one, unlike Ace Combat, where Ace Combat kind of marries the two rolling and pitch together. So you can roll and pitch at the same time. Where in Star Wars, you got
these babies for Star
Wars. That's what I was going to ask about that, because on the controller, you can only pitch and then roll and then pitch. So it's like doing a K turn in space. Does that get ignored with a flight stick? Why is it that you can't put...
So what you do is you can map them in different ways. So the flight stick... So basically the way a normal flight stick would work is I have like, obviously it's inverted properly, how it should be. It's like when I pull back, I go up, down, I dive, pitch down. Left, I roll. Roll. But then it twists. So a twist to the left is a yaw, and then a yaw. And then on the throttle, there's also a hand switch, so you can yaw the proper way. Like you would.
What I'm saying is, so let's say you pull back, you're going and you're pitching up, right?
I can do all 3 movements with one movement on my joystick. Yeah.
So when you're pitching up and you want to kind of pitch on an angle, right? So pitch up and roll. You can do that in one motion.
Yeah, I can pull back to the right, and then I'm rolling and pulling up, and then I can twist.
So on a controller, you can't do that.
No.
Pitch and roll are two separate commands, and when you try to do them at the same time, like you can in Ace Combat, it cancels the second one.
And I'll tell you why you're exactly right too, because like I obviously put a fucking ton of hours into this game, and like I played with the controller for a lot until I got my flight stick. And playing with the controller, I got to a pretty high skill ceiling, you know, and I got pretty good, but I was stuck because I couldn't do so much at once. And then I got the flight stick, and then I was like, shit, I fucking suck.
So
but
that's
then
thing.
But now I've practiced on that, so now I'm better than I was on my controller.
Yeah, but my thing is, flight controls are so fucking easy. Yeah. They're so easy. Like this game was a shoo-in for such an amazing. I bought it immediately. Ryan, how often do I buy a game immediately?
I was shocked.
I have to be fucking impressed by what I first see.
I think the last game you bought immediately was Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because we're all looking at Doom Eternal forever. No, I'm talking about a game where someone goes, hey, try out this new game. I go, no.
Yeah.
But I saw Star Wars Squadrons, and I went, this looks great. Here's my $60.
Now,
and then EA went,
yeah, everyone pretty much agreed it had a rough launch, but now it's like doing pretty good. But because of the rough launch, it's not going to be so high hyped and high esteemed. I think it's
rough launch, and then fucking EA goes, hey, you know how this game is empty? Fucking stays that way.
Yo, December 10th, there's a tourney, the Calrissian Cup. It's being voiced and live commentary by the original actor from Lando Calrissian.
Don't care.
I'm excited. I'm gonna do
How much is the prize pool?
I think 10K.
Okay, I'm buying this game.
I think it was anyway. There's only 6 teams signed up so far. It's like, what the fuck?
And you get to choose from one of their many 3 game modes. You can either play flight.
I like that. You know what? I
fucking ship conquest with AI, ship conquest with people, or just people, all of which are 5v5.
I like that it holds true to the original classic way of releasing a game, that like it is what it is, and it comes out, and that's the price, and that's what you get, and it's not any fucking bullshit later.
But there is no so it's not like one of those games where it's like multiplayer only, but then they kind of shoe in a shitty fucking story in there.
I finished the story today. I liked it.
The story is like the only thing holding it together, and it's the thing that they just put in last minute. And so like there's the games that are like multiplayer. Like let's look at kind of like the era of COD where they stopped, like COD World War II, for example, right? Where 98% of that game was multiplayer, and then the story was just shit,
existed.
Right?
Yeah.
Where with this, there's no multiplayer and there's no story.